I was a happy nerd until a hot girl fell for me.
Again, not me.
A boy from a channel called Animated Story Show. So life hack. You want hot girls? Be a nerd. Let's start.
It was a normal Monday morning. I was standing by my locker when this Layla girl walked over,
Layla girl? Okay, so पहले भी स्टोरी नाम लेला था, right?
leaned against the locker next to mine, and talked to me in this sultry voice. Hi, handsome. Do you have any plans after school?
Hi, लगता है लड़की वाले डब्बे में किसी मैन ने कर दिया.
I looked around in confusion. Huh? Was she talking to me? Usually girls like Layla didn't talk to guys like me. I mean, come on, look at her. She's the hottest girl in school.
Hottest girl. Ban her. She's the main reason of global warming.
While I'm Felix, just your average-looking nerdy guy. I awkwardly replied, "Oh, hi, I'm just doing my homework after school. Bye."
Yeah, I think she's asking for help from him. Paper आने वाला है. She's hot but dumb from her mind. So, I think so.
Then I left her there, dumbfounded. But it didn't end there. At the end of school, she approached me again and asked, "Do you want to hang out with me?" Followed by a wink. No thanks. I really have to finish my paper on the French Revolution. Then I walked off. Man, did she really want to hang out with me? No way.
No way.
She must have lost a bet or something. Even on the next day, Layla, one more time, made a beeline for me with this scary, determined look on her face while I was chatting with my friends. And in a serious tone, she said, "Look, Felix, do you want to be my boyfriend?" What?
We both have same reaction.
All my friends started to cheer. I was so embarrassed that I shooed them away to get some privacy with Layla. I'm flattered, but no.
No.
She scowled at me. Excuse me? Do you realize that I'm Layla Hall?
I'm Leila Hall. My dad can buy a mall.
The prettiest and most popular girl in this entire school?
And I will participate in future Miss Universe, or I will be Miss World.
Not to mention a member of the cheerleading team? Ugh, cheerleaders are so dramatic.
So dramatic.
I calmly replied, "Sorry, but you're just not my type." She shouted back, "What? I'm everybody's type!"
I'm everybody's type.
So better subscribe.
But I'm not everybody. I'm a nerdy.
I just shrugged and left. My God, that was awkward. But at least she got the hint now, right? Well, wrong. Because that's when the trouble just began. Firstly, it was this flood of junk emails and newsletters. Then strange phone calls from the spa and nail salon.
Do they got inspired by Ritik and Kangna?
Asking if I had made appointment for the day, which I obviously didn't. On top of that, there's a fake Facebook account that started spreading unflattering pictures of me around, picking my nose in French class, pulling this weird tongue-out concentration face as I checked over my essay. There was even a slow-mo clip of me chewing like a camel as I enjoyed my burger. Man, I was an ugly eater.
लैला को तुमको नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए था अकेला. अब छोड़ दिया है तो अब तुमको वो नहीं छोड़ेगी अकेला.
While I was scrolling through these pics, Layla jumped out at me with a big smirk on her face. "Be my boyfriend, then the pranks'll stop."
Hello? Purush Mangal Dal?
Right, of course it was her. Didn't she have better things to do? I shook my head and said, "No thanks. This still beats being with an annoying girl like you." Then a few days later, as I walked into school, I noticed that everyone was giving me dirty looks. Was my shirt inside out or something? Nope. So what was the problem? I asked some of my friends and, geez, Layla told everyone that I kissed her, then ghosted her. She's a real-life Harley Quinn. Hot, but totally crazy. Only a lunatic like the Joker could love her. I'd had enough of her antics. I couldn't let her make me look like the bad guy for something I didn't do. So at lunch, I charged over to her table and yelled in her face, "Are you crazy? Why can't you understand that I don't like you?" Then I shouted so everyone could hear me. "Hey, listen, this rumor about me kissing and ghosting Layla is a total lie. She made it all up because I refused to date her. So please, save your dirty looks for someone else. Thank you." Layla shoved past me and ran out of there. Ugh, okay, maybe I was a little harsh.
She was already so hot and now she became hotter. गुस्सा जो आ गया.
But you'd brought it on yourself, princess. Then during French class, she was absent, but no one knew where she went. Was it maybe because of me? Nah, probably not. But as I was walking home, I spotted her sitting alone on a swing in the playground. Just go, Felix. This girl only brings trouble, I thought to myself. But oh man, she looked so sad. So the next thing I knew, I was walking over and sat on the swing next to her. I asked, "Why weren't you in French class?" Just leave me alone. Stop pretending you care.
If you care, just be my boyfriend.
Otherwise, my name is Kayla. छोड़ दो उनको अकेला.
Look. I took a deep breath, then continued. I'm sorry for yelling at you in front of the whole school. That wasn't cool. But what you did to me wasn't cool either. Shall we call it even? Layla stayed quiet for a bit, but then she nodded and smiled at me. Well, that wasn't so bad, right? So from then onward, everything was fine between us. She even smiled at me in the hallway. Whenever I saw Layla, this warm feeling came over me, and I couldn't stop grinning. Once, I even spent my entire lunch break trapezing around school just so I could catch a glimpse of her face.
I think now it's time to change the title.
I was a happy nerd.
And I fall for a hot girl.
Oh boy, I think I've fallen for Layla. But why now? I tried to ignore these feelings, hoping they'd eventually go away. But then Valentine's Day came along and Layla, being the popular girl she is, received enough roses to open a florist. Ugh, how annoying. I needed to do something. So after school, I went to her house with some chocolates and a teddy bear. As soon as she opened the door, I blurted out, I know I'm a big dumb idiot. Rejecting you was a huge mistake. Please, will you be my Valentine?
Will you be my Valentine?
I stood there red-faced and prepared for rejection. But she just snatched the gift out of my hands, then said, Yeah, okay then.
This is the moment I was already been waiting for. Because I am Layla, but को नहीं रहना अकेला.
वो भी Valentine में.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe it. Me, your regular nerdy guy, was dating the most popular girl in school. Love is really unpredictable. I was amazed at how open she was to my nerdy stuff. She even watched The Mandalorian with me and cooed whenever she saw Baby Yoda. But the one thing that didn't gel so well between us was, yep, you guessed it, studying. Layla didn't seem to care about her grades, and I didn't want her to fail, so I offered to be her tutor.
Layla is hot, but her mind is 0. Beauty without brain.
But she was constantly yawning and staring out of the window whenever we started studying. Felix, I have an idea. Why don't you do my homework for me?
And this is why I dated you, so that you can do my homework.
In the meantime, I can go to cheerleading practice as we have an important contest coming up and it means the world to me.
I'm going to practice cheerleader because my name is Layla, मेरे को नहीं रहना अकेला.
Just like your math quizzes do to you. What? Was she serious? My god, I hated cheating like this. But she gave me that puppy-eyed look, and me being the sucker I am, I agreed.
I agreed.
Thanks, Felix, you're the best! She kissed me on the cheek, then immediately passed me a huge pile of homework. I asked her why she had so much, and she explained that because she didn't understand it, she let them pile up. But hold on, why did she have Spanish? She was in French class with me, not Spanish. But she just shrugged and said her parents forced her to study it outside of school. Oh, my poor little pumpkin.
Poor little pumpkin. Converted into a rich big pumpkin then. Be single.
One day, like usual, I stopped by her place to pick up her homework, but she wasn't home. That was odd. Today wasn't cheerleading practice, so where could she be? I looked through the stack that she asked her mom to give me and saw some Spanish worksheets. So I said to her mom, Oh, she must be in her Spanish lesson, right? Her mom looked a bit confused, then laughed. You know Layla, she's far too stubborn to agree to extra classes. Huh? So the papers weren't hers? Then whose it was? And why? Suddenly I felt this uncomfortable feeling itching under my skin. I decided to confront her later at school. Then the next day I was walking through the hallway looking for Layla when I suddenly heard some guys cheering, something about getting an A in Spanish. Wait a minute, did he say Spanish? I turned to see who it was, and to my shock it was Hector, the captain of the soccer team. Hector was popular for being all handsome and everything, but also for sucking at school.
Oh. I don't know why I'm feeling vibe that Hector is Layla's second boyfriend. Because she is Layla, उसको नहीं रहना अकेला.
Someone must have done his homework for him. And you guessed it, yeah. This someone was me. Ah, it all made sense now. Layla and Hector must be a couple. They may have been hot stuff, but they both sucked at studying. So she was using me to do both of their homework.
Yeah.
It all made much more sense now. None of this relationship was real. It was all just an act.
Yes, it was an act. Now give her an Oscar.
And no way was I letting them get away with this. I had a perfect plan to expose them. During lunch, I sat down at the table closest to Hector. Then I went into lovey-dovey overload with Layla. I fed her cheese fries, then I stroked her hair and loudly told her how soft it was. I quickly glanced over at Hector for his reaction, but nothing. He seemed more interested in her burger than her. Layla raised an eyebrow at me. Are you okay? You're acting really weird. I laughed loudly, then placed my arms around her, then said, it was actually more like shouting, Oh, because you're so cute!
You're so cute. But she was hot, no? Okay, fine. इसको छोड़ो. Was I wrong? Are they really dating? Okay.
But huh? Why was there still no reaction from Hector? He and his friends even cheered, and on his way out of the canteen, he gave me a thumbs up. Layla didn't look fazed at all either. Man, somebody call the academy, 'cause these two deserved an Oscar.
I just said they'd given an Oscar.
My plan was a massive fail. Ugh, this was so frustrating. I fell silent and Layla noticed and gave me this quizzing look. Something is definitely off. You're being really strange. Okay, if she wanted to know, then fine. So I blurted out. I know that the Spanish papers belong to Hector. You're together and you're just using me to do all your homework. I'm not stupid, you know. Nice meeting you, but please don't ever talk to me again. Then I left without saying a word.
But I'm feeling like Layla is innocent.
Well, that's the end of my story. A rather sad one, right? I would be lying if I said I wasn't feeling down about it. I truly do love her. Whatever. I'm going to college in a few months and I'll get to meet a cute, geeky girl who won't trick me into doing some other dude's homework. Sorry guys, someone's calling me. My God, it's Layla.
Oh, Layla called her. Because her name is Layla. उसको नहीं रहना अकेला.
What does she want? We're done. Stop calling. What? Fine. Promise you'll leave me alone after this? Okay, wait. I'm coming downstairs. Oh my God. Layla's at my front door and she insists to not leave unless I have a talk with her. Ugh. Don't move, everyone. I'll tell you every detail as soon as I'm back.
We are not going anywhere.
Jesus, guys, you won't believe what Layla's just told me. The thing is that her cheerleading team had to practice a lot for upcoming contests, which means they couldn't study as much. Therefore, they had to find someone who was willing to do their homework so their grades wouldn't slip. That's when Layla came up with the plan to win me over as her boyfriend. The flirting, the pranks, they were all part of her plan. That was the truth. But Layla didn't know about the Spanish worksheets because her teammate Harper gave them to her. Turns out Hector is Harper's boyfriend. Didn't see that coming, right? But I was still super mad at Layla because she still used me.
Means she's Layla. She can be अकेला. जब मतलब पड़े तो then
I am Layla. I will never be Akela.
Then Layla took out some papers and showed them to me. Huh? It was homework with all B's on them. Then she told me, okay, I admit that at first I didn't like you. I only approached you to take advantage of you. But then I actually fell for you as I got to know you better, okay? So I stopped giving you my homework and did it on my own. So, her feelings for me were real too? I couldn't believe it.
okay. Another time to change the title. I was a happy nerd and me and a hot girl fell in love with each other.
Eventually, I forgave her, and now we're happier than ever. I must say, when Layla first talked to me, I thought she was this crazy girl like Harley Quinn, who I could never like. But I was wrong. Turns out I'm the one who's crazy about her. So, I guess I have more in common with the Joker than I first thought.
So now, yeah, I think Layla can say that.
I am Layla. I want to be Akela. And now I will never be Akela. Boyfriend मिल गया.
Okay, so that's it for today, guys. So I hope so that you like this story and what you learned from this story. What? Be a nerd, be a nerd, be a happy person, and also be smart. Study, okay? Yeah, hot girl will fall on you. Yeah, that's it. और क्या सीखने को मिला है? ये सीखने को मिला. Okay, so thank you so much for watching and yeah, like and subscribe and meet you again.